everybody. Thank you very much for joining. It is Cal here. And once again, it is that time of year again. It is time for the Oscars, everybody. And every year I do at least something about this. This time I wanted to try a live stream. I'm going to go through a bunch of predictions I have, so sit back, listen, and I'm going to add a comment here to tell you guys to comment on what you think will win for each category. Because of course this is based on my opinion, and who knows what'll actually happen. The Oscars are happening on Sunday. I think it'll be really cool. I'm actually very curious to know what will actually win. There's a lot of speculation I can do, but in the end, we'll never know until the night happens. So, I suppose, if we get started here, Reggie Dunlop, yep, it's the Oscars, baby. I'm just going to add a fun graphic here for you guys, because I'm on OBS. Oscar Mania. Yeah. It's very cool. I've been watching a lot of movies. I've watched all of the Best Picture nominees at the very least. There it is. Yeah, so I've watched all the Best Picture nominees. There's some really good ones in there. And also, I'm going to go through a bunch of different categories, but I feel I'm the most passionate about the Best Picture nominees because I've watched all of them. There's a bunch of other smaller categories that I don't know very much about the movies. Like for documentary features, documentary short films, stuff like that, I haven't really seen any of the movies. But I'm just going to go through especially Best Picture because I've seen all those movies. I want to go to a theater. Yes, Reggie Dunlop, I want to go to a theater too. I actually haven't been to one since this all began. So, alright. I got this cool setup for you guys. If we go over here, and you can still hear me. And I can scroll through all these nominees as I'm looking at it, and you guys can see it. So we might as well get started with some of the lesser categories. Hopefully some more of you guys will start joining up. Actually, I can't see the comments when I do this. Maybe if I pull it up on my phone. But, so visual effects. Obviously, Tenet is nominated. That's one of my favorite films of the year. And I've had the feeling that I want anything to win. Or I want it to win anything it's nominated for, including visual effects. So, I've seen Midnight Sky and Tenet. I actually haven't seen any of these other ones, but I have to say, Midnight Sky had some pretty good effects, but it felt very, something about it felt very, there are a few instances where it felt pretty CGI heavy. The thing about Christopher Nolan is that he tries to do very practical effects, miniatures, or he actually does them, and that's why I think it's got a very good chance of winning. And I want it to win. As I've said, I really like Tenet, so that's why it'll probably win. And then, if we go into sound. Here we go. So, I've seen Greyhound, I've seen Mank, and I've seen Sound of Metal. I haven't seen Soul, I haven't seen News of the World. Soul is an animation film about music. It looks very good. Tyrone Bell Williams, what is up? Thanks a lot for joining. Maybe give your input on some of this stuff, because I know you watch a lot of movies too. Sound of Metal, I have to say, the sound was crazy. It's about this going deaf, so I think that's got a really good chance too. Greyhound is a good movie. That's Tom Hanks. It's a sub-movie. I mean, over the quarantine, my family and I watched pretty much every single sub-movie. And including that one when it came out, we were super excited. So, for that one, I'm gonna say Sound of Metal. I think there's both sound mixing and sound editing, however. Wait. I don't see. That's weird. Did they only change it to be one? I don't know, maybe someone can comment about that. I thought there definitely used to be two categories, but maybe they got rid of one of them because it was too confusing to know the difference. So, next, if we get into writing. This is one of the top 5 categories. We have Best Picture, writing, and then Best Actor, Best Actress, and Directing. I think those are considered the top 5 categories. Writing is one of my favorite things. Ooh, adapted screenplay. It's adapted from something that's already been written. Borat's subsequent movie film, I've not had the pleasure of enjoying that film. The Father. And then Nomadland, One Night in Miami, The White Tiger. I don't know this movie, but these 3 right here I have seen. I actually just finished watching The Father maybe an hour and a half ago. I've got a lot to say about this movie. Lost you for a minute there. Oh. Thanks for letting me know. Oh yeah, this OBS connection's going orange a little bit. Well, let me know if anything really bad happens. But I think it's going pretty well so far. So, for the writing. The Father, Nomadland, One Night in Miami. It's all really good writing. The Father is based on a play. And I heard that the guy who wrote the play actually wrote the script, so he's got a good chance. But Chloe Zhao, I'm going to talk about this more again for directing, but she's definitely got a really good chance. The other award shows seem to really like her as well. So that's why I'm going to select her. Now, One Night in Miami is also really good, but I think that Nomadland has got a very good chance at winning writing. Okay, original screenplay. Judas and the Black Messiah. Ooh, I've seen all these. Great. I can give my real input here. Judas and the Black Messiah, Minari, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and Trial of the Chicago 7. I've got to say, this is a tough one. Minari's really good. That's one of my favorites of this whole... It's one of my favorite movies that is nominated. I think Trial of the Chicago 7 will win. Aaron Sorkin is amazing. He won the Golden Globe for it, too. We're actually watching his masterclass, and I can tell by his... Well, obviously I could tell from watching the movie that the writing was amazing. The way that he can interweave so many different characters and make each one as important or more than the next, but not taking significance away from one, takes a lot of skill, and he can explain it pretty well in his masterclass. I think Aaron Sorkin, you have a very good chance at that Oscar. And all the other ones, these stories are really cool, very interesting, and that's obviously why they're nominated for Best Original Screenplay. Okay, so continuing. Ooh, we got a good amount of viewers here. Thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't seen my comment, hold on, let me just... If you haven't seen my comment, I'm going to pin it. Pin message, so that you guys know that I want to give your input, you know? So, next up, we have short films, I don't know. Oh, I wish I could tell you guys about this, but... Oh, for short film animated, I heard about this movie, If Anything Happens, I Love You. I think that's produced by Laura Dern. It's about this... It's this animation about, these 2 parents whose kid was killed in a school shooting. Very prevalent for right now. Sounds very emotional. I haven't seen it, but I think it'll probably win. Alright, production design. Ooh. Oh, looks like... Okay. Yeah, so production design, The Father. Now, actually, The Father had a really good production design. If you watch the movie, you'll know what I mean. I'd say the play probably did it in a similar way, but it's about this guy who... He's got dementia or Alzheimer's. He's losing his memory. It's so sad. But the way that they had the production design was kind of symbolic to the way that he was losing his memory. Of all these, I think that's going to win. Very symbolic. Now, Tenet had a very good production design. Some of those set pieces were amazing with the way that the characters go in and then get sent backwards through time. Very good movie. Might be hard to understand if you haven't seen it, actually, but... Ooh, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom took place in a recording studio, and Mank had some interesting houses. Some, like, William Randolph Hearst's house was ridiculously big and beautiful. But I think The Father's gonna win. Okay. Next up, Best Picture. That's in the middle for some reason. I'm going to end with that one. Music, original song. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about this one. Because although I've seen a bunch of these movies, Child of Chicago 7, Judas, Black Messiah, One Night in Miami, I don't know exactly which song is nominated. One Night in Miami had a very good use of music, especially with the actor who played Sam Cooke's performance. Music, original score. Okay. Five Bloods, Mank, Minari, News of the World. Wait. The Father had an amazing score. My dad was pointing it out. He didn't watch the whole thing, but he came in and out and kept saying how good the score was, and it's true. Minari had a really good one. I'm gonna go with that. In the first second, I heard the score in the first few frames of the film, and it just added emotion instantaneously. Okay, next up, makeup and hairstyling. Ooh. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom had some really good makeup. I might not pick one for this because Hillbilly Elegy, I haven't seen that, but Glenn Close. They really transformed the way she looked for that one. But Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Viola Davis had these crazy teeth that were all metal. She had this crazy makeup on to make her look like a true character and performer. I'm going to go with Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Next up, International Feature. I love this category. Last year, Parasite won. Interesting that Minari was... Oh, wait. Minari wasn't nominated. I think that's because it's technically American, even though it was in another language. Because they go by country, not by language. And I think it was filmed in America and was American. Now I'd like to look it up and make sure, but I think so. Yeah, I haven't seen enough of these movies. Another Round, I've heard good things about. It looks very interesting and crazy. Film editing, Father, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, Trial of Chicago 7. This is an interesting category as well. Last year for Parasite, I had seen this video saying how good the editing in Parasite was by the Nerd Writer, because there's this one perfect montage with perfect amount of shots, perfect length shots, and it was almost too fast to follow during the film. So this is a tricky category to decide on as well. Sound of Metal, editing overall with the audio was amazing. Documentary, yeah. Documentary feature. Directing. Let's see if there's any other smaller categories I can get to. Okay, acting at the top. I know a bunch about that. Let's go with costume design. Emma, that one's nominated again, as well as Pinocchio. They're Mulan, Mank, My Rainey's Black Bottom. I'm not going to pick on that one either. But cinematography, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, News of the World, Nomadland, Trial of Chicago 7. Animated feature. I've heard Soul's very good. I looked a bit about this film. I haven't actually seen it, but I think this one will probably... It's got to win. It's about... I think it stars Jamie Foxx. It's about this jazz pianist, and then something extraordinary happens. It's fantastical and has deeper meaning. It's got a very good chance. Wolfwalkers looks very good too. That could snipe it. But actress in a supporting role. Okay. So, I actually voted for the SAG Awards. I made a few videos about this. I voted, it's based only on acting. Oh, wow, we got a lot of comments here. Okay. Yeah, so I voted in the SAG Awards. For this one, Maria Bakalova, Glenn Close, Olivia Colman, Amanda Seyfried. Oh, yeah, this lady. I don't want to mispronounce her name. Ya Jung-yoon from Minari. She was amazing. I absolutely loved her performance. I voted for her in the SAG Awards, actually, and she won. There's something unforgettable about the grandmother that she depicts in Minari. These other ones were very good, too. The father, Olivia Colman. Heartbreaking. Not as heartbreaking as Anthony Hopkins, however, of course. But yeah, I'm going to go with this lady. She was very good in Minari. Let's take a look at these comments here, everybody. Okay. Lost you for a minute. Yeah, Alamo Bird. Some of these are relatively, I'd say relatively obscure. Although they're nominated for Best Picture. If you're not looking into these, I don't know. You probably wouldn't have seen them. I recently watched, wait. I think it's The Mother. Oh, Bad Time. Tate! What's up? Thanks for joining. Wait. I think it's The Mother? What does that mean? If you're still on, maybe elaborate. I'd like to know what you meant by that. Was it that short film that I mentioned? I don't know, but... Is The Father worth checking out? Yes. This movie is devastating. It's a lot to take right now. It's about this... As I said earlier, I might elaborate more about this later, but it's about this old guy, Anthony Hopkins. He's an incredible actor, but in the movie, it's about he's got dementia. He's losing his memory. The way they did the film was incredible. I think it might be one of the best. It's one of the best Picture nominees, if not the best. But it has incredible depth to it, and it got me really sad. But sometimes I like watching movies with such emotionality. It's also $20 for rent, so you might want to wait a little bit if you're interested. Cal, I think you could be a professor in another life. Thank you very much, Reggie Dunlop. I have to say I'm very passionate about these movies. I love being able to tell you guys about them. Thanks for that amazing compliment. Alright, I guess I'll continue now. Okay. Yeah, wait, where was I? I was on acting. Yeah, so I went with Ya Jung-yoon. As I said, unforgettable. I loved her performance. Character, very interesting. Go check out Minari, everybody. I'll talk about that again later. But, actress in a leading role. Actually, I'll go to actor in a supporting role. I'll go by supporting role and then lead role. Okay, Lakeith Stanfield, Paul Raci, Leslie Odom Jr., Daniel Kaluuya, Sasha Baron Cohen. These guys were all really good. I voted for this category too. I voted for Sasha Baron Cohen. His performance is amazing in Trial of the Chicago 7. If I do that, will you not be able to see? Yeah, no, I can't do that, sorry. Okay, yeah, so I voted for Sasha Baron Cohen. He really surprised, well, I shouldn't say surprised me because he's been acting for a very long time, but he was amazing in this movie. Very charismatic, and his character is very good too. One Night in Miami, this guy as Sam Cooke was very good. I almost, if I could go back, I almost would have voted for him. But these other guys, Sound of Metal, oh, Paul Raci, amazing character. He had this monologue that was so emotional. You could just feel his pain in that. And you'll know what I mean if you've seen Sound of Metal. It's kind of hard to explain if you haven't. But I hate to say that, but okay. And then Judas and the Black Messiah. We have Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield. I have to say these guys were both very good in that movie. These two, they're considered a supporting role and not the leading role because the film was more of an ensemble cast type film. Daniel Kaluuya has been getting all the love, but I think Lakeith Stanfield is amazing too. I believe that Kaluuya is going to win. He deserves it. Also because of what other award shows, the love they've been showing him, but some of these other performances are really good. Daniel Kaluuya, who's in Get Out too. I loved him in that. Okay, actress, leading role. Oh, this is a tough category. Oh boy. Yeah, so we have Viola Davis, Andra Day, Vanessa Kirby, Frances McDormand, Carrie Mulligan. if you hear those names and you don't already, well, you can hear those names and already know that there's a tough choice in there. People had said that Frances McDormand was going to win. She was very good in Nomadland. Her performance, there was some very subtle emotionality and just some looks that you could feel what she was trying to portray. There's a lot to dissect here, I feel like. Viola Davis, she won the SAG Award. I actually voted for Frances McDormand, but Viola Davis won the SAG Award. The thing about Viola Davis's performance, my mom has been saying it a lot, it's just so iconic, unforgettable. I think of her more than Frances McDormand because Viola Davis just, if you've seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, she wouldn't take any flack from these producers who are constantly pushing her around because she's an African-American woman. They think that they can, like, I think it was based in the 20s, a long time ago. They thought that they could, like, take advantage of her, but she knew that she had to establish her power because she knew what strength her voice had, symbolically, I mean. And just the way she was on stage as well. She seemed like she was a true performer. Viola Davis's voice is epic as well. Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman. God. I haven't seen this movie, but from what I've seen, the little I've seen about it, her performance is amazing. It's, I don't really want to give anything away, but just, she has to portray such, anguish, and from the frames I've seen of the film, she has such emotion on her face. The thing about this category, actress in a leading role, there's been, across the award shows, there's been a bunch of different people to, wait, I gotta articulate this. They've chosen a different person every time. I saw this thing that SAG Awards, BAFTA Awards, Critics' Choice Awards, they all chose different actresses to win this category. Now, I believe that Viola Davis has, she has at least one Oscar. I'm going to look this up right now. Because if Frances McDormand, if she didn't have an Oscar, she would definitely win. Oscars. Viola Davis Oscars. Wait, it's not showing me. Come on. Oh my goodness, she's won a lot of awards. Oscar awards. She's won at least for Fences, I know that for sure. Come on. Okay, sorry about this. I'm trying to, it's kind of important. It might be important depending on what people vote for based on what these actresses have won in the past, because they're all so good and people might not want to decide. Okay, here we go. Academy Awards. Oh wow, she's only won for Fences. Okay, so I can go back to this. Yeah, as you can see here, she's only won for Fences. I've seen a lot of this film and she was amazing in it, but oh no, don't see that. Yeah, so I've still got to decide who I think is gonna win, because when I saw Nomadland, I thought that McDormand was definitely going to win, but now I'm not so sure. Oh, Carrie Mulligan was very good too. I forgot to mention that. Promising Young Woman. She's probably one of my favorite actresses, especially for her work in Drive. Andra Day. Sorry, I didn't see this movie. I'm gonna go with Viola Davis for this category. McDormand's won 2 Oscars before. Viola Davis has won 1. I mean, they're probably not thinking about that exactly, but her performance was amazing. With such stiff competition, I'm just going to have to go with Davis. It's a tough choice, but there it is. Okay, next up. Oh, baby. Actor in a leading role. Let's check comments real quick. Ah! Sorry. Okay. Actress in a leading role. Wow, it is filled with awesome performances this year. Yeah. Maybe some of you other guys should say what you think's gonna win. I don't know. I mean, you don't have to. I don't want to, like, seem like I'm pushing you guys, but, it's definitely a loaded category. Same as Best Supporting Actor last year. There was Brad Pitt. If I just... Last year, Brad Pitt won, but, Best Supporting Actor nominees 2020. He won for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. His character was incredible. Okay, yeah, Anthony Hopkins, Joe Pesci, Tom Hanks, Al Pacino, and Brad Pitt. Stiff competition. Brad Pitt won for that, but if you watched, in the Oscars, they put together clips of every performance together right before they announced who won. And it was just... The videos, the clips were all so good. My mom started having second thoughts about who she thought would win when she saw that because of how good the other people were. But Brad Pitt did end up winning. I think that's similar to Best Actress this year. Alright, let's go back. Next up, we have... Alright, Actor in a Leading Role. Riz Ahmed, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Hopkins, Gary Oldman, Stephen Ewan. This one is also stiff competition, but I think Chadwick Boseman is definitely going to win. Now, the reason his performance was incredible, but he died. And I think the Academy, since it's his last performance, and in my opinion, definitely his best performance, the Academy is going to feel that it is their last chance that they have the opportunity to give him an award for his work, and that this time he'll get the award. That monologue he had in the middle of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom was amazing. The emotion. Now, it's true for all of these other performances. Stephen Ewan, Riz Ahmed. Oh my goodness, this is a good category. Anthony Hopkins in The Father. Raw power. He played it so well. As I've heard other people say, it was a masterclass of acting. It's so sad. He's old and he's still so good. He just keeps putting out better and better performances. He was nominated last year for Best Supporting Actor, as I just showed you guys. But I think Chadwick Boseman's definitely going to win. Okay. Let's see. Next up. I think I've gone through everything except for Best Picture. Oh, wait, no. No, Cal. Directing. Another round. Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman. Sometimes I have difficulty saying that when I've been talking for a while. Apparently. Okay. Yeah, so... Nomadland's gonna win, come on. Chloe Zhao, she did an amazing job on this. This is the first year that there's been more than one woman nominated for Best Director. Last year, I think, wait, hold on. The director of Little Women wasn't nominated, and there was some backlash because Greta Gerwig, I almost said Catherine Bigelow, jeez, but she won for Best Director as a woman. Yeah, she wasn't nominated last year. They almost wanted to add they wanted to have directing as a 10 nominee category, or I think it was 8 actually, 8 nominee category, so that there could be more people, or have it be Best Woman Directing and Best Male Directing. Fortunately this year, there are 2 women nominated, and they did some very good work on their films. And for the other ones, David Fincher, Lee Isaac Chung, this guy Thomas Vinterberg. I unfortunately haven't seen another round, but it looked very good. The directing, it seemed well executed. For these 4, they're all really good. Lee Isaac Chung, I was very impressed with his film. David Fincher is an incredible director. I don't think this is his year, however, because I believe it is the year for Chloe Zhao, Nomadland. The film was well executed. She filmed every scene very well. She made it seem real and like you were watching with Fern, aka Frances McDormand. And I think she'll win for that as an Asian American director. Or Asian woman director, geez. Okay. And then, speaking of, we have Best Picture. And for this one, I wanted to do a better graphic for you guys. Oh, no. No. There we go. These are the Best Picture movies, everybody. Let's see if there's any comments about the other categories. What you said about Boseman prob winning is legit. Thank you. Yeah, I think he's got the best chance. It's truly a shame that he passed away. I actually did a tribute video for him. I would have added Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, probably the whole monologue because of how good it was. But if he wins, I might have to do another video for him, actually. All right, so getting into Best Picture. The top category of the night. Now, I've seen all these films, and I have to say, they're all amazing. They're all very good. Obviously, they're nominated for Best Picture, but let's see. First, I'll start with Snubs, possibly. The only one I can think of is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I think that got snubbed. I actually really liked that movie. It was nominated for the top category of the SAG Awards. Yeah, it was nominated for the top category of the SAG Awards, but not the Oscars for some reason. There's up to 10 nominations for Best Picture. So I'm kind of surprised that Ma Rainey's Black Bottom wasn't nominated. Did you go Best Supporting Actress? I did. That was earlier. Wait. I went with, that was actually a fast one for me. Mr. Reggie Dunlop. If I just share my screen again to make sure you know what I chose. Wait. Okay. Yeah. So this is an easy category for me because I think she's going to win, this lady, Yoo Jung-yoon, because she was the grandma in Minari. Incredible performance, amazing character. I voted for her in the SAG Awards, and she won for the SAG Awards. I think she's got a very good chance of winning. Grandma from Minari is the lock. Yeah, I think so too. Very impressive you have seen them all. Thank you very much, Reggie Dunlop. Yeah. It's a feeling of wanting to be well-informed to see what wins. So that I know what I think should win and then what actually wins, because it's different when you see what wins Best Picture and then you watch it after. It's different. And I would have liked to have seen all the Best Picture movies from past years and then saw what ended up winning, so that's why I'm doing this now. Okay, so back to Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Yeah, I thought it was snubbed. I really liked it. It's based on a play, so that might have been part of it. Also because the father is based on a play. I don't know. But I thought it was a very good film. Well done. Performances were very good. And it's one of my favorites. For other snubs, I can't really think of any other than My Dreams for Tenet. But that was my favorite, probably my favorite film of the year. Tenet. Christopher Nolan, amazing film. And I'm not sure if it ever had a chance of being nominated for Best Picture. I really hope it could have, but as always, the Academy doesn't really like sci-fi. I don't know if Promising Young Woman belonged in Best Picture. Yeah, I watched that last night. For me, I think it's the least Best Picture of all these movies. It had some good qualities, but I don't know. I think you're on the right track on that one. Alright, so now we can dive right in here. Seen all these movies, of course. Where to even start? Okay, Carrie Mulligan was unbelievable, though. Yeah, I talked about that a little bit earlier. She's an incredible actress. I loved her in Drive. She was really good in this. She was truly that she could realistically portray how messed up her character was from what happened was very good. And then let's see. Yeah, so Promising Young Woman, I don't know. Let's just go around in the counterclockwise direction. Starting with Promising Young Woman, which I just went over a little bit. Sound of Metal. I really like this one. It could deserve to win, but I don't think it's going to. I really liked it. Riz Ahmed had an amazing performance, but the movie as a whole was really good. Independent film, but amazing story. The writing was really good. Actually, I think I chose Trial of Chicago 7, but this one had really good writing too. And speaking of the Trial of the Chicago 7, we can talk about that next. It's got a good chance. I really like this one too. It's very good. I don't think it's going to win, but it's definitely up there. It's a very good one. It's prevalent. It's relevant for right now. I think either word works. But yeah, it's important for right now. It's about, well, protests at the Democratic National Convention after this, about the Vietnam War. And then these guys were put up on trial for it. Very good movie. Aaron Sorkin, of course, directed it and wrote it. It's very good. Minari. Yes. This is probably my favorite one of these 8. Really liked it. Loved the writing, loved the performances, loved the story, loved the way it was shot. I mean, I'm just saying everything about the movie because I liked it overall. But I think this one has a good chance too. Parasite last year was the first film ever to win for not being in the English language, and I think Minari could win again. Actually, I should probably just go through all these and then just say which one I think is going to win. Alright, I think Sound of Metal will upset. Huh! It could! Wait, do you mean you think it could win? It could be an upset and Sound of Metal could win? Because it definitely could. It would deserve to win. Mank. I like this one. It's about the writer of Citizen Kane and the 30s and 40s Hollywood. Very well done. David Fincher made it. Gary Oldman was amazing. Amanda Seyfried, if I'm saying her name right, hopefully. It was hard to follow at times. The Academy might see that part. Obviously, this is a love letter to film and filmmaking, but there are some times where it was kind of hard to follow what they were saying. It made me want to watch Citizen Kane again, which is a good sign. I watched it a long time ago, and I really liked it. Yeah, I liked it. But I want to watch it again. Because there was a lot about the writing in it, and because I like writing so much, I think I appreciated Mank. But I just want to watch Citizen Kane again, because I'll appreciate it even more. Judas and the Black Messiah. This is a good one. Ensemble cast. Jesse Plemons in it. This movie was sad. This is relevant, very relevant as well. It was about the assassination. Jeez, I can't talk today. Assassination of this guy, this head of the Chicago chapter of the Black Panther Party. It got me very angry at the government for, well, the way that they treated some people. Yes, I don't think it's a favor to win, so it will be an upset. Yes! Yeah, so, it was the same as last year. Wait, what was the favorite last year? I'd say 1917 was probably the favorite last year. Kind of like Moonlight, yeah. They're both indie. Last year, Parasite, a lot of people said it was the best movie of the year. Thinking now, I think it was the best movie, but but I just didn't think it could win because it was not in English. But I was proven wrong, of course, and I'm sure a lot of people were. And the reason why I thought it wouldn't win I definitely didn't think it would win, was because Roma lost, and I thought it was the best film by far of all the movies that were nominated, along with movies such as Green Book, A Star is Born, Vice. I didn't actually see that one. A few others. But yeah, I think the true reason why Roma didn't win was because it was Netflix. Streaming. And at that time, the Academy probably didn't want to say that streaming films, movies you don't have to go to the theater to see, are just as good as movies that go to the theater. But that might have all changed in the past year because the theaters are different. It's weird. Everything's going streaming now. Sound of Metal, yeah, it could win. I think you're rooting for the underdog here, and it definitely could be. Well, not the underdog, because it was a very good movie. But, alright, yeah, so back to Judas and the Black Messiah. And this one, too, there was a few times where you couldn't really understand. Alright, maybe I shouldn't let not understanding what people are saying be biased, because the movie was very good. But next up, The Father. Oh my god. Okay, where do I even start with this movie? First off, I think I've already said this. I watched it I watched it like 2 hours ago at this point. It was so powerful. It was so sad. I think The Father is actually the best one of all of these. It was so good. It was so scary. It was so sad. It was so emotional. It was so personal and impersonal at the same time, because this is a problem that really anyone can get, as scary as it is. Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman have impeccable performances. It's just so good. Okay, Nomadland. Now this one is getting all the buzz. If Sound of Metal is not the favorite, this one is the favorite. Nomadland, I watched it. It was one of the. It was the first one I watched out of all these. It was good. It was really good. Frances McDormand, amazing. Chloe Zhao made this movie very well. This one's also very relevant, but it's kind of hard for me to say. I really liked it, but it had depth to it and was a good movie. But I'm not quite sure if it's Best Picture. I don't know. Now, I'll just think about the movie overall and then say my conclusion of what I think is going to win. But for Nomadland, it was very good. The writing was good. The performances were good. Cinematography. And I'm kind of stumped on this one. It was a good movie. Maybe it was almost too I don't know, maybe it was too straightforward. I've heard about movies not winning because they're too straightforward. Now, if I look at all these movies overall, I feel like I think The Father and Minari are probably the best ones. And Minari is my favorite. The Father's probably the best one. But I don't think The Father will win because it's a play. See, I went into this live stream with a plan, and I have to say, it was that Nomadland will probably win. And talking about all these movies, I'm not very sure anymore. I don't know. I'm doing a lot of thinking right now. And now's probably not the best time. I have this Oscar icon here for who will get it. Wait, I can't move it. Alright, never mind. I don't have an Oscar icon. Any comments? No. No help there. Nomadland's probably going to win. I don't know if it should. It was good. It's probably going to win. Or maybe I'm just trying to convince myself that it's going to win. I have to say, it was... the way the film was done, it might have been done the best of all these. Because of the way it was like, it felt so real all throughout. And some people might have said it might have been almost too documentary-like. But that's just the magic of filmmaking. Chloe Zhao chose an amazing actors, character actors to come in, and obviously she chose Frances McDormand, which was a very good choice for this role. Yeah. Alright. I'm going with it. It's definitely the favorite. As the comment earlier, it's the favorite. What do you think should win? Okay. So if this is an Oscar predictions video, and I think that Nomadland will probably win. Probably. The fact that it's not definitely is The Father and Minari for me. And in terms of Best Picture, although I haven't really had time to digest it, I think that The Father is probably the Best Picture. It was just so good. And so powerful. And so deep. And so sad. I've said this already, so you guys probably get it. That I really like. That I thought that The Father was really good. What do you what will you, and what you think will win? Okay. As I have this Oscar icon right here. Oh, I can move it around now. Yay. What will win? I think Nomadland's gonna win. It's definitely the favorite. I think it's gonna win. See, I feel like, in my head I feel like it's going to win, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't feel right about it because I don't think it should win. And maybe, The Father sounds like raw power. Cal, you did an awesome job with this live stream. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Yeah, The Father was raw power. Maybe you've talked it up a little bit too much almost. Wow, that's a surprise. What's a surprise? That I think Nomadland's gonna win? What do you mean? Yeah, that's probably because I talk so much about The Father. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm excited to know it wins. You know what? So Minari and The Father from me, those are the ones that I think are have the best chance. Or I think they should win. Those are the two I think that should win. The Father and Minari. I think those should win. Maybe that also means I think that they will win because that you picked The Father. Ah. Yeah. Well, I have to say, the movie wasn't that complicated. It was only like an hour and 38 minutes. But that contributed to just what made it so good. Or yeah, because it really showed that dementia and the tragedy can happen to, like, anyone. It felt like, Anthony Hopkins, I said impersonal and personal at the same time, his performance, and in a way it was. It's like, it was very good. Yeah. I actually haven't made this point yet, that before I watched The Father, I had a pretty good idea about what would win, and this YouTube channel called Screen Junkies made this video, and they said about the Oscars honest trailers, and they said that, wait, yeah, so you can tell by just watching the trailer or reading anything about The Father that it's so sad. And the joke was that no one's going to watch it because it's too sad, and the timing is too bad because of how sad it is. Oh, we have a comment here. Pick one. Jeez, don't be so pushy. You bully. I know. It's tough. You know, everybody. I'm gonna go with The Father. That's it. That's it. That's it. I'm going with it. It's too important. I think it's gonna win. I've talked myself into it. Good job. And you're welcome. I think, just thinking about it, it's just, I can picture it winning, definitely. Now, it is a play, but of course, yeah, I heard my dad just say, didn't he already pick, but I've actually changed my pick now thinking about it. Well, this was certainly interesting, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. We've still got a good amount of viewers in here. Hopefully I haven't confused you too much. And if you're watching this later, I hope you enjoyed the live stream and seeing what my predictions are, if I even know myself. But yeah, I'm excited to see what ends up winning for all the other categories. It's always a lot of fun. I almost should have done more thinking about this, but it is what it is, everybody. Thanks a lot for coming. Thanks a lot for your comments, everybody. A lot in here. Whew. Yeah, so Oscars on Sunday. Tune in if you want to. I think Best Picture usually happens at about midnight. The show goes pretty long. And then big Beantown Angler video on Sunday at 12 p.m. as usual. Before the Oscars even, maybe to tide you over until then. And then Monday, my video at 5. Make sure to go check that out. So as I said, Oscar season again. It's always a lot of fun for me to watch these movies. Maybe you guys want to go check some of those out. And we had a comment earlier asking if The Father is worth checking out. And if I haven't made it clear already, it's worth checking out if you're willing to take such, if you're willing to watch a sad movie. This gets you psyched to see the Oscars. Thanks. That's what I want to hear, actually. Alright, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. And I will see you all on Monday at 5 p.m. Good night. Have a nice Friday and weekend.